What if we told you that there was already robots that live on Mars way before humans ever made it to Mars? We think Elon Musk will soon colonize Mars with the help of SpaceX and its reusable rocket, the Starship. But we still don't know when that's going to happen, and right now, only robots live on the Martian surface, and let's discuss just that. So you need to stick till the end of the video to know a lot more about these robots, because we love robots, especially if they're on Mars. But before we begin, you're watching Robot Future, so if you're into robotics and artificial intelligence, now's the time to be a part of this community by subscribing to our channel for more content just like this one and turning on post notifications so that you never miss out on any of our future uploads. With all that done, let's get started. Mars is a fascinating planet for humans after Earth, of course, and it also happens to be the obvious target for future space exploration because it's very close to our planet. There are many reasons for us to explore the red planet. The scientific reasons government space agencies are excited for Mars are to search for life, understand the Martian surface and the planet's evolution, and prepare for future human exploration and colonization. We always had this question in mind whether life exists elsewhere in the universe apart from our own planet, and Mars seems to be a very exciting place to investigate this question because Mars is somewhat similar to our planet Earth in the solar system. There are evidences that Mars was once full of water, had warmer climate, and also had a thicker atmosphere, which would have been a habitable planet sometime before our planet became habitable. We never know because we have never been there. But then there are robots that live on the red planet, and that's exactly what we discuss in this video. Over the years, NASA sent about 5 robotic vehicles called Rovers to Mars: Sojourner, Spirit and Opportunity, Curiosity, and Perseverance. 1. Sojourner. Sojourner is a robotic Mars rover that landed in the Ares Vallis Channel in the Planitia region of the Oxyopalis Quadrangle on July 4, 1997. This particular rover was operational on Mars for about 95 Earth days. This was the first wheeled vehicle to be on a planet other than on Earth, and this rover was also a part of the Mars Pathfinder mission. The rover was equipped with front and rear cameras and all the hardware necessary for conducting several scientific experiments. The Sojourner rover was designed for a mission lasting 7 sols with the possible extension to 30 sols and was active for 83 sols, which would roughly translate to 85 Earth days. The rover communicated through the Pathfinder base station and had its last successful communication session with Earth on September 27, 1997. The last signal was received on the morning of October 7, 1997. This little rover traveled about 100 meters or about 330 feet and then lost communications, and the mission was formally ended on March 10, 1998, after all other options to recover this particular rover failed. The Sojourner was an experimental vehicle whose main mission was to test the Martian environment technical solutions developed by the engineers of NASA's research laboratories. It was really necessary to verify whether the design strategy followed had resulted in the construction of a vehicle suitable for the environment it would be dealing with, especially because we have very limited knowledge about Mars. Number 2. NASA Spirit. The Spirit happens to be the Mars Exploration Rover A that was active from 2004 to 2010. The Spirit was operational on Mars for about 6 years and 77 days. And it was one of the 2 rovers of NASA's Mars Exploration Rover mission managed by the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. Spirit successfully landed within the impact crater Gusev on Mars on January 4, 2004, just 3 weeks before its twin Opportunity, which landed on the other side of the planet. But in 2009, the rover got stuck in a sand trap at an angle that affected the charging of its battery, and the team lost communication with the rover on March 22, 2010, which was really unfortunate. But the rover did complete its planned 90 Sol mission, which is slightly less than 92.5 Earth days. The objective of the Mars Exploration Rover mission was to search and characterize a variety of rocks and soils that hold clues to past water activity on the Martian surface. The rover was also responsible for determining the distribution composition of minerals, rocks, and soil surrounding the landing sites. The rover was also supposed to determine what geological processes have shaped the local terrain and influenced the chemistry of the surface. The rover was also responsible for searching for iron-containing minerals, identifying and qualifying relative amounts of specific mineral types that contain water or were formed in water, such as iron-bearing carbonates. Number 3. NASA Opportunity. This rover from NASA was known as Mars Exploration Rover B, and it was nicknamed API. And the robotic rover was active on the Martian planet from 2004 until mid-2018, which means that Opportunity was operational on Mars for about 5,250 days, which is about 14 years and 136 days. This was launched way back on July 7, 2003, as a part of NASA's Mars Exploration Rover program, and it landed in Meridiana Planum on January 25, 2004, 3 weeks after its twin Spirit touchdown on the other side of the planet. It's incredible to see the Opportunity rover staying in operation for such a long time after landing while maintaining its power and key systems through continual recharge of its batteries, using solar power and hibernating during events such as dust storms to save power. This mission's highlights included finding meteorites such as Heat Shield and exploring and studying Victoria Crater. The rover also survived moderate dust storms. The Opportunity mission is generally considered one of the most successful NASA missions to Mars. But due to the planetary 2018 dust storm on Mars, where Opportunity's communication on June 10th was cut off and entered hibernation on June 12, 2018. The team at NASA hoped that it would reboot once the weather was cleared, but clearly that didn't happen, which means that the robot went through a catastrophic failure, or did have a layer of dust that covered its solar panels, and on February 13, 2019, NASA officials declared that the Opportunity mission was complete as this spacecraft failed to respond over 1,000 signals since August of 2018. Number 4. Curiosity Rover. The Curiosity rover happens to be a car-sized Mars rover that was designed to explore the Gale crater on Mars as part of NASA's Mars Science Laboratory mission. Curiosity was launched from Cape Canaveral on November 26, 2011 and landed on Aeolus Palus inside Gale crater on Mars on August 6, 2018. The Bradbury landing site was less than 2.4 kilometers from the center of the rover's touchdown target after a 560 million kilometer journey. The goal of this rover was to investigate the Martian climate and geology, along with the assessment of the selected field site inside Gale whether the planet has offered any kind of environmental conditions that were favorable for microbial life, including investigation of the role of water and planetary habitability studies and preparation for human exploration. On August 5, 2017, NASA celebrated their 5th anniversary of the Curiosity rover that is still operational. As of January 20, 2022, Curiosity has been active on Mars for about 3,362 sols, or 3,454 total days, which is about 9 years and 167 days ever since its landing. 5. Perseverance. To know more about Perseverance, you need to know about Mars 2020, which happens to be a Mars rover mission forming part of NASA's Mars exploration program that includes the rover Perseverance and the small robotic coaxial helicopter known as Ingenuity. In March 2020, Mars 2020 was launched from Earth on an Atlas V launch vehicle. The Perseverance rover will be investigating an astrobiological relevant environment on Mars and investigate its surface geological process and history, including the assessment of its past habitability, which will show us potential signs of life on Mars and the potential for preservation of biosignatures within accessible geological areas. Number 6. The Jurong Chinese rover. Jurong happens to be this Mars rover, which is China's first rover to land on another planet because previously they landed 2 rovers on the moon. This was part of the Tianwen-1 mission to Mars conducted by the Chinese National Space Administration. The spacecraft was launched on July 23, 2020, and it reached the Martian orbit on February 10, 2021. The lander that carried the rover performed a successful soft landing on Mars on May 14, 2021, making China the 3rd country to successfully soft land a spacecraft on Mars and establish communications with Earth after the Soviet Union and the United States. So now you get the idea of what kind of robots live on Mars, and it looks like our machines are the first to reach a foreign planet before us, which is not a bad thing because we clearly don't want to sacrifice human life for an experimental journey to Mars to find out the possibility of life happening on the red planet. And that's a wrap for today's video. What do you think about these robots that live on Mars? Do you think Elon Musk is overly optimistic about putting humans on the red planet? Do let us know by leaving a comment down below because we'd love to hear from y'all. Also, consider subscribing to our channel for more robotics and artificial intelligence related content just like this one, and turn on post notifications so that you get notified whenever we upload a brand new video. That's about it for today. We hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button and we'll meet again in the very next video, so stay tuned for more.